My name is Jelili Atiku. I'm from Lagos and I was born in Ejibo in Lagos State. And I'm also based in Ejibo. That's where I do my practice as an artist. Stories here and history here, or history here, story here. I think to me, it boiled down to be the same as in the play of memory. When I want to write history, I write a small hi and then big STOR. That is higher story. So it to me is almost the same. It's like recalling the memory. I'm bringing the memory back. But the problem that which I have seen so many times is the issue of colonization of the memory and the colonization of history. People want to control the memory and want to control what they want you to think about certain things. And that bring the kind of manipulated stories that come out of history. Well, the first thing you have to know that I'm coming from a culture that see art as integral parts of the existence of the people, which means that our art doesn't have to be in a gallery space. It doesn't have to be in a special place that people go to see. It is completely integrated into our family, into our life, completely life. It means that my art is specifically created for the people. I talk most of the time on the things that are pertinent to their life and the things that are more important to them. Like, for example, having a performance or artworks on the issue of poverty, the issue of prison conjunction, the issue of child abuse and child marriage. And those are the issues that are more like a national issue in my country, and only to my people is important. It's about, the impact is saying about the consciousness of the people, trying to raise the consciousness and activate their own awareness and participation in their own life itself.
My name is Alette Scavenius, and I'm born here in this island, in Møn, and I spent my childhood here, and I'm based in Copenhagen now, where I work at the Royal Library as head of the National Theatre Collection. On one side I collect theatre collections or private collections from artists, actors, directors, stage designers, and on the other side I do research in the material that we have, and I communicate it out to people who are interested in theatre.
We both are going to use our own personal life as a departing point. That means that she works in a library where, to me, memory are kept. Memory are archived and put there. And I would like to look at the memory, then looking at our own memory, because I am in her space, Coming from Nigeria here, since he's my collaborator, I would like to know some pertinent stories in her life, And when we were discussing, I'm actually interested in the presence of the unknown memory that have not been tapped into, and some disappearing memory.
We all have memories in our bodies, and sometimes our body remembers more than we do, has a longer memory than our intellectual memory. And the difficulty is that we don't really know how to archive this memory. So this is what we're working at.
Of course, we know it's actually an issue, but naturally, the human composition of the body is a memory recorder. It has its own library that it keeps information. Recalling it is a problem, which to me is the scientists or some other people who want to talk about recalling it. But we want to activate it.
Yeah.
So, and my intention, our intention in this project is also to reactivate this memory, the memory that is kept in our knowing body.
Yes.
How do we reactivate it?
Yeah.
So that's exactly what this project is all about. Reactivation of the knowing body.
was a very broadening experience for me. Jelili and I started emailing, and he told me about his upbringing as a Muslim, but that he had a grandmother who, when his parents and the grandfather was not there, would teach him animistic rituals. And she would take him into the forest and teach him how to open up the forest and ask the forest if you could go in and relate to the nature. And then I thought I have to take him down to the place where I was raised and born in Møn. And we had quite a spectacular weekend there, I might say, with a Norwegian seeress, Maria Revitalizing, and the whole point was to how to get into the roots of that tacit knowledge which we all have in our bodies and in the things that we that is part of our everyday daily life. And for me, as an archivist, I'm not an educated archivist, but this is what I do. I'm a theater historian. This is very interesting because how do we archive all that knowledge which is not on paper and which is not artifacts? And so that was quite an experience. The stone is part of the nature that has a story to tell. And well, we went into the woods and we found stones, trees, which has a story to tell. And we had the seeress Maria to interpret for us. And we had many stories told from the woods. What is interesting in a theatrical, in a performative way, is that you can, for instance, put on an old theatrical costume, and then you can distract the memories of that costume. Whenever we take on a shirt, whenever we have something, when I leave the shirt behind, somebody else can put it on and have a little bit of me in their body. They can feel it in their body. And we made different exercises with theatrical costumes, which turned out very successful. And but in the end, this is what came out of it. The stones that Jelili carries here are all from Møn, and it relates to a legend that we have. These are also stones from Møn. That an evil witch would destroy the church of Magleby, and she would throw a huge stone at the church tower, but she didn't hit it, and the stone would explode into billion pieces. And all these billion pieces, which we now play is one of them there, we can carry with us, and thus we have the story of the stone and the nature and with us. In short, what I'm trying to do in my daily work, I work at the Royal Library, is I'm trying to convince my colleagues that we just don't take things in. It's not interesting, it doesn't make any sense if we don't give things back. And this, I think, is a very, very important thing for our cultural heritage. That we just don't lock it away and it stays there forever. We have to revitalize our archives. We have to put them into new contents and give them somehow a new life. This is an ongoing, very, very difficult discussion, I'd say. So it is a far way to go.